Hey, what's up? Welcome to Black Plague TV, where we promote and celebrate Rhode Island's often overlooked talent. I'm your host, Bennett Knows, and today we'll be looking at another local artist named Lexx Casey. Right now, she's currently working on her first EP, Psychonic. Let's check out this first video of her covering Rihanna's Stay. Here it is.
All along it was a fever, cold sweat, hard-headed believer. I threw my hands in the air, said, show me something. You say if you dare, come a little closer. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now, you know. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay. It's not much of a life you're living, and it's not just something you take, it's given. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now, you know. Oh, oh, oh. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay. Ooh, the reason I hold on. I need this all gone. Funny, you're the broken one, but I'm the only one who needed saving. 'Cause when you never see the light, it's hard to know which one of us is caving. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay.
Welcome back. That was just Lexx Casey with Rihanna's Stay, and I'm actually joined by Lexx Casey right now. What's good? How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank
very
you for
excited because I remember watching you over at the Hip Hop Showcase, but I didn't know who you were. So now I got the opportunity to meet you. So would you like to introduce yourself? Tell me a little bit about you.
My full name is Lexx Casey. My stage name is Lexx Casey. It's because that's kind of what I'm known by.
Yep.
I'm 20 years old. I'm from East Providence.
Okay, EP
And
in the house.
yeah, EP. And I love to sing. So, this is my dream, and I'm working really hard for it. So I try and, perform as much as I can, especially up here at URI. And I'm really just working. I'm working on my first EP.
Okay.
And I have my single out, which is what I performed at the Hip Hop Showcase. So I'm just working.
You're just working?
I'm just an aspiring artist.
All right. So let's learn a little bit more about you. So when did you start singing?
I've been singing for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
My cousin Bethany, she has a band, and I'm half Portuguese, so it's like a Portuguese rock band. And I grew up around that. I grew up around, her shows, her gigs. I went to all of them. It was a really big deal in my family. And I saw her up there, and I was like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
So I started singing too.
Yeah.
And I started, performing with her. She'd pull me up on stage sometimes, and I love the stage. And I love to sing, so.
So it just kind of fell into place there.
Exactly.
So when did you decide that, because I know that we were discussing right before this that you actually dropped out of school so you could focus on your singing career. So when did you decide that it was less of a hobby and something that you wanted to pursue?
I've always known that. As soon as I figured out that that's what I wanted to do, that's what I loved.
Yeah.
I always said, when I was younger, they'd be like, what do you want to do when you get older? I'm going to be a singer.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like it was never something in my head that couldn't happen.
Yeah.
It's just always been, to me, what will happen. And that sounds, I know it sounds really confident, but when it's something that you love and there's nothing else in this world that you could see yourself doing, there really is.
Yeah.
There's no other option. To you, it has to be. That's what it's going to be.
And if you set your mind like that, it's going to happen.
Exactly.
So you're off to a great start.
Thank you.
So I know a lot of people, like you said, only you really understand because it's your dream. It's something that you want to do. But there's other people who are like, they don't really see the people around them becoming the singers that they, So how does that work? Like, how's the support from your family? Did they support you dropping out, or?
When I had, this is a decision that my mother and I came to on our own. I was going to school, but I was really only studying, like general. Okay. Like English, math, yeah. I was just doing gen eds. And we were paying all this money for something that I wasn't really passionate about.
Yeah.
I always thought about college, and it was like, for me, it was like, all right, college, because that's where my parents told me I have to go. But if it was up to me, I probably wouldn't have gone in the first place. I would have just jumped right into working on music. So we had talked about it, and it was just, she was like, if this is what you want to do, and you have to, put in your 8 hours a day, this is your job, on top of whatever job you have outside, and, you work to make this happen, because this is there's no plan B, there's only plan A.
Yeah, definitely. So you got your mom's support.
Yep.
How about your friends and everybody else?
My friends have always supported me. I've been really, really lucky to have that, because I know a lot of people don't. So I've been lucky to have a family that supports me and have friends that support me, and my city supports me, and anyone, who meets me, they support me. I'm really lucky to have that, because a lot of people don't.
Yeah, that's having that support is always really good, really good. So right now you're working on a future EP. It's called Psychonic. So tell me a little bit about that. What is Psychonic? Like, where did you even get that name from? Like,
if you ask people who know me, they'll tell you the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, she's crazy. Like, she's crazy. Yeah. And I don't care. Like, I will take that and embrace it. Like, I am psycho. I'm nuts. Not in like a bad way. Like,
you said you're half Portuguese.
Yes.
And
half African American.
Okay.
So I'm definitely, I have that, that Portuguese blood in me. I have a temper.
Yeah.
But but I just like to have a good time. I'm really I'm very spontaneous.
Yeah.
And to me, I want to be an icon. I'm dreaming big. Like, I don't just want to be, like a one-hit wonder. I want to be huge. I want to be, a Whitney Houston, a Beyonce.
Yeah.
That's how I want to be seen. I want to be seen as an icon. And I feel like to be an icon, you have to be a little bit psychotic sometimes. People look at those people who are on top, and they're like, wow, they're kind of
out there.
There's something there's a disconnect.
Yeah.
So that's where Psychonic came from. I want to be iconic, so I feel like I have to be psychotic as well. So psychotic and iconic.
Hey, I like that.
Thank
you. Let's discuss. How far are you into the project?
I've been working on this project for about a year.
Okay.
I have, most of the songs are recorded, but I'm like a perfectionist, so I go back. I'm like, I don't like this again. Like, I don't want this one anymore. Let's write a new one.
Yeah.
So, it's my first project. It's your first impression of me as an artist. So I want to make sure that it's perfect.
That is perfect, yeah. So are you looking at collaborations? Are you focusing more on just solo tracks?
Right now on this project, there is an opportunity to do a collaboration on it. But I'm not sure. It's just still in the works. I'm not sure if I want to do that or just focus on me and then, do collaborations with other people on their projects to kind of get my name out there.
So it's just kind of going along.
Yeah, I'm very go with the flow. I just want to.
All right. So you just named people like Beyonce and Whitney Houston. Who are your inspirations and how do they kind of like develop your sound?
Well, growing up, my father and his mother were very much into like Motown.
Okay.
And my dad was also very into like Tupac.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like a Whitney Houston. And my grandmother was like a Celine Dion.
Yeah.
So I kind of I just kind of picked them everywhere. And I see that a lot in myself when I'm performing and when I am creating my music. I like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So I kind of picked from, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, big voices, because that is what my true passion is singing. So definitely anyone with a big voice, Aretha Franklin, things like that.
Yeah, definitely. That's dope. So how would you describe your sound? Would you describe it as like soulful, maybe soulful with pop inspirations,
I'd say more soulful with more of an R&B inspiration. I love to sing like soul music.
Yeah.
And I have to feel the music, So it's definitely more soulful. But I also like everything. So I want to be genreless. Yeah. I know you don't really do that.
Yeah, but
I like everything and I like to sing everything and I like to create everything. So for me, I'd rather be like a genreless artist. Yeah. Because I want to reach out to everybody, not just one specific group of people.
Yeah, so we might see some rap one day from you. Maybe. Miley Cyrus did the crossover.
She came out and she did that, and I was like, if Miley Cyrus can rap, I can rap too.
Yeah, definitely. So, with your music, is there any like messages that you want to get out to people who are listening? Anything like, what do you want your music to say about you?
I want my music to be an extension of me as a person. It might not be exactly who I am if you meet me out on the street. But I want it to be every part of me, like the part of me that aspires to be something certain, and then who I am right now and who I might be on a bad day. Yeah. I just want my music to explain me as a person in a whole. So, music for me is an outlet. A lot of my songs come from situations that I've been through personally, situations that I've seen other people go through. So that's really what my music is about. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So, what's your goals and your ambitions? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years?
It's hard. That's a hard question. I
want to be on top of the game.
Yeah. What are some things that you want to do within the industry?
Within the industry, well, I definitely obviously am. I want to start by being my own artist. I want to learn to produce. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I want to learn to produce, and I want to do everything. Like I want to act. Yeah. And I definitely want to do, a lot of like charity work, especially for children. I love kids. So, and I feel like as an artist, you can't just focus on just your music. Yeah. I mean, that is how you get your foot in the door, but you have to do other things and build upon that. Yeah, definitely. So I definitely want to work with children, internationally. And
yeah, me too. I want to build some some schools and stuff.
Yes,
in
and houses.
Third world countries and stuff. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm going to adopt from a third world country, I've decided.
Do you know which country you're going to adopt from?
Not yet. I'm not sure yet, but I definitely, I want my own children, but I want to adopt.
Okay, yeah, that's dope. I was adopted myself, so.
Really?
Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. So let's name, what are some names that you would like to work with? Like, let's say 3. You could choose 3 people that you could work with. Any, dead or alive.
Well, Michael Jackson is definitely on that list.
Oh my gosh,
when he died,
love Michael Jackson.
I remember I was like sitting on the couch watching TV and they said it and I was like, oh my God, the first thing in my head was, I'm never going to be able to work with him now. Oh. I was so upset.
You know what's crazy? the day that he died, that morning, I was at orientation, and the question was like, if you could have dinner with anyone, who is it going to be? And it was alive. You could only choose someone that was alive. So I was like, Michael Jackson, obviously. And then 3 hours later, he was announced dead.
That's such a
so sad. But all right, so we got one, Michael Jackson.
So Michael Jackson. Right now, I'm really into Ariana Grande.
Did you hear her new single?
I pre-ordered that new single because it was like Ariana Grande and Iggy. Iggy is my girl. I love her, and that is like perfect.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered that.
Yeah, she has a huge voice.
Yeah, I love it. I like watch her covers, like her covers before.
Yeah.
She put out her album, like when she's just like sitting on her bed, and I love that. Like it's so like, raw, and it shows you that they really can't sing.
Yeah. Definitely.
So definitely Michael Jackson, Ariana Grande, and
one more.
I have to do my girl Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
She's a huge inspiration.
Yeah, definitely. I can see that.
So.
For a lot of people, you know. So I think that's awesome. So I have 2 questions.
Okay.
I usually end the interviews with these 2 questions. Okay. But what is your definition of success? And have you reached that success? And if you haven't, how will you know you did?
My definition of success, it's not based on like how much money you've made. It's really based on just the legacy that you're going to leave behind, you know, when you pass away.
Yeah.
Because that, you know, people pass away every day.
Yeah.
And obviously you don't hear about a majority of them.
Yeah.
I want to be able to touch, you know, anybody who's ever had any kind of interaction with me. If I can inspire one person, you know, to go and do something great with themselves and make a positive change in their life, then that is my version of success.
Okay.
And I want to do that on a global level. I haven't reached it yet. I hope that I've inspired some people.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure you have.
But, you know, I want to reach the top. I want to be able to inspire everybody. Yeah. You know?
Definitely. That's cool. I like that. Everybody has a different definition of success. That's why I ask it.
Yeah.
And then my second question is about Rhode Island. You grew up in Rhode Island in East Providence.
Yes.
So what does growing up in Rhode Island, how has that impacted your work?
I think when you grow up in Rhode Island, it's obviously the small state. It's really tiny. And I think you don't realize really how many other people are out there with the same dream as you, with talent just as good, if not better than yours, because there's always going to be somebody who's better than you. So I think it's affected me in a way where, you know, I kind of thought like, there's no way that I can't make it.
Because
I grew up in Rhode Island, and it's so tiny, you know, it's like everybody knows everybody. And I think for me, I didn't realize how many more people there are out there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, can we redo the question? I like ramble.
And
then I kind of lose my place.
No, definitely. But I see exactly what you're saying. So it can be discouraging living in Rhode Island. But I know you said there's so many, it's so small and everybody knows each other.
Exactly. So I think in that sense, because it is small, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. Because you also have, it's like you have a family behind you. Rhode Island really is like a family.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's exactly what Rhode Island is about. But you have to realize that we are a family, and that there are so many resources here in Rhode Island that you could use to develop and then take that with you outside of Rhode Island. And, you know, I think that's important. But you are about to perform one of your tracks. Tell me about this track real quick.
Okay, Love You Better was written by myself and my team, the Desk Bangers.
The Desk Bangers.
Yeah, awkward music group. So we wrote it collectively, and it's really about, you know, a relationship. Yeah. That, you know, I was in, and it kind of grew from that. From experience I felt throughout that relationship. All right. So.
I'm looking forward to seeing it because the mics actually work here. All right. So when we come back, Lexx Casey is going to be performing her first single. It's the first single, right?
Yes.
Love You Better. But right now, you should check out her cover of Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake's Holy Grail.
You take the clothes right off my back, and I let you. You'd steal the food right out my why I love you so much. And baby, it's amazing I'm in this maze with you. I just can't crack it. Oh, one day you're screaming you love me loud, the next day you're so cold. One day you're here, one day you're there, one day you care. It's so unfair. Sipping from your cup till it runneth over. Holy grail, you get the air out my lungs whenever you need it. You take the pain around my heart just so you can watch me bleed. I still don't know why I love you so much. And you play this game in spite to drive me insane. Got it tattooed on my sleeve forever in guess whose name. But I still don't know why I love you so much. And baby, it's amazing I'm in this maze with you. I just can't crack it. Oh, one day you're screaming you love me loud, the next day you're so cold. One day you're here, one day you're there, one day you care. It's so unfair. Sipping from your cup till it runneth over. Holy grail.
You take the clothes off my back, and I let you. You'd steal the food right out my.
Performing Love You Better off of her forthcoming mixtape Psychonic. Here is Lexx Casey.
Go ahead and waste your time with her. You know you belong to me. She put in work making you her world. But right here's where you want to be. You know it, and I know that you be having me on your mind. Ain't nobody like me. Girl like me is hard to find. Does she make you feel good? I can make you feel better. Your girl isn't lame. You knew that when you met her. I can love you better, I can love you better. Everything you do wrong, I can do it better. I can love you better, I can love you better. Does she really do it for you? Tell me I'm not better. Did you catch his new tattoo? See, you got him hooked on me. And my lipstick stained your shirt. A souvenir left there for free. And I know that you be having me on your mind. Ain't nobody like me. A girl like me is hard to find. She can make you feel good, I can make you feel better. Your girl is so lame. You knew that when you met her. I can love you better, I can love you better. Everything you do wrong, I can do it better. I can love you better, I can love you better. Does she really do it for you? Tell me I'm not better. My body's calling for you. Boy, your body's screaming for me. Does she hear my name when you're lying with her? Tell her I can do it better, better. 'Cause I can do it better, better. I can love you better, I can love you. She ain't got nothing on me. Oh, I can love you better. Oh, my body's calling for you.
That was awesome. You already know it's Lexx Casey. She Could Love You Better. Make sure you check out Lexx Casey's single Love You Better on iTunes and keep up to date with all updates on her official Twitter and Instagram accounts at Lexx, 2 X's, Casey _ as well as her music Facebook page, www.facebook.com/AlexisCasey. For the latest news on your favorite music, celebrities, and local talent, check out BennettKnows.com. Thank you for watching, and join us next week when we showcase another one of Rhode Island's talented individuals. Until next time, I'm Bennett Knows, and this is Black Plague TV.